Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, nerdlings of all ages, welcome to game number 2 of 6 in tonight's PUBG EU Pro Scrims. We're back on Erangel. My name is Jorisar, and this is the penultimate time we will see the grassy pastures here before we move on to Miramar. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we can expect from our heroes on this particular plane path. Doesn't look like it's particularly melee heavy from what I've seen so far. In fact, it's going to be quite northern skewed. Let's have a peek. Yes, indeed. 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock plane path. Nowhere close to Sosnovka Island. We should have a couple of teams normally dropping on the south half of the map who might go for some alternate drop spot locations. We'll have to wait and see. Entirely possible, of course. Reasonably exciting game number 1. 3 very, very big teams in the final 3. We had BBL, we had Team Liquid, and we had NaVi, who ended up winning it. On to game number 2 now. I'm looking for possible contests. Yasnaya looks like it's the hottest thing here. It's SHEESH and HOWL. The Mad is going to be able to get this car. Janny is going to want to grab a gun off the roof. It's an SLR. Not reloading in time to get a headshot out of the vehicle. And HOWL are actually going to be staying by the looks of things. Yeah, they're hanging around. They're hanging around. Okay. So we've got a SHEESH HOWL showdown here, I think, in phase 1. Now, Yasnaya is sufficiently huge, guys, that if SHEESH decided to simply loot away from HOWL, maybe grab a vehicle towards that end of Yasnaya and move away, it is entirely possible that everyone from both of these teams comfortably gets away with no one dying. But I think for that to happen, both teams have to want to disengage, and I just don't know that's the case right now. I mean, HOWL and SHEESH were looking very, very aggressive at the start of this game. Janny was definitely out for blood. He's still only got the SLR. Will probably want something a little bit closer range. I spotted a shotgun in the other room. Don't think he's that interested in it at the moment. I would get the hell out of there if I was Janny and move towards the east side, because we don't know how many members of HOWL are right next door. Circle has popped. It's on Heroic on the South George side. Can still go north, of course, to North George and Zaki Way if we have a couple of hard shifts. But all eyes on Yasnaya. HOWL aren't looking quite as intently anymore. You can see Schofield was south of the road, constantly switching his view between looting and Janny's position. That's no longer the case. I think they've accepted that there isn't going to be a fight. So I'm expecting a de-escalation here in Yasnaya, and things are going to be all right. Which sadly means, as far as the first couple of minutes of this game is concerned, I haven't got that much juicy drop gossip for you guys here. Everyone's being very sensible and very chilled. Of course, if you want good practice for PCS, hot drops are probably not the way to go, so there's absolutely no criticism there. But, you know, you want a bit of drama. You want something to spice up your life just a bit. Ketpa appears to have been traumatized repeatedly by fences as a child. That's about all I can tell you from that bit of footage we just watched, as BBL set up camp southeast of hospital. They're going to be very close to center, and they're in a compound where they have absolutely excellent vehicle cover, so they're not going to be worrying about that at all. They'll be pretty relaxed. We've got Heroic in hospital and South George having that split at the moment. Hospital's got a fun bit of coverage up the hill, but also very difficult to defend from all angles at once, because there are so many places people can shoot you from. There are so many windows. Imagine T-Bone and Page, for example, here, and then you simply have a vehicle coming up from these triple warehouses, and they decide to crash here, for example. Very difficult to get into position in time. So that's the main reason why you can see them shooting at BBL so early, right? The reason they do that is to let them know, look, there are people in hospital. Make sure you're in a position where you don't come here, and you don't let other people come here as well. That actually reduces the need for Heroic to deal with anything on that front, because they can go, okay, well, if BBL are basically gatekeeping us on the south. That means two things. One, BBL aren't crashing us. Two, if anyone goes past BBL, we'll hear their gunshots before they get to us. Right? That's the goal. If Heroic can do that for multiple directions, and they do that for a team in South Georgia as well, then they've got the north and the south covered too. SHEESH have successfully moved out of Yasnaya. I don't think they know that the MAD has moved up to this compound, but I also don't think they want to stop to loot it. Having a little bit of a peek at it. They see the UAZ. Dude, get back. They see the UAZ. There's a bike here. Dedrix. Dedrix is going for it. He's going for it, but he saw the UAZ. Got the rest of SHEESH coming in here as well. That's one down, unfortunately. The other three are behind. Very risky from Dedrix there, but fortunately he gets knocked rather than flushed. The rest of SHEESH will be able to go pick him up, so I think that ended up being okay. Dedrix will be able to get himself revived. So that's HOWL down to 3. This is getting very crowded. Team Liquid looking like they might be about to crash. 2 members of BBL. They know that there are people here. They don't know how many. Bard, Jeems both down. It's a 2v2 before anything's even started. Make that a 1v2. It's just Mixie. He needs to get up, flush code Marco, and get healed up ASAP. Closing the door. Stop nades getting in if Smash is smart, and I think he is. Yes. That's another nade. Oh, in through that. Oh, was that in through that window? I thought it was. If it wasn't before, it is now. Mixie closing the door on that one. And Team Liquid survived, but with only one. Oh my god. Molotov pretty much on top of him. An energy drink might not cut it here. Going to need the first aid as well. Taking advantage of knowing someone's coming in downstairs. Oh my god, I think that's it. Beautiful combination of frag grenade and 2 Molotovs finishes off Mixie, and Team Liquid coming in to crash BBL super early on. And it backfires. Northern Lights and ENCE now going at it hammer and tongs on the north side. Misa and... is that Scav? Yes, indeed. Out in a field here. Super awkward for ENCE. The vehicle fort plus the smoke should be enough at long range to stop them from doing anything. Squeaker gets Batulins, which at long range is no easy feat, to be fair. Batulins, very used to being the one doing the killing at long range. That's Batulins flushed as well from there. Really nice shots there from Squeaker. Absolutely astounding effort. And that should blunt the Northern Lights' aggression, I think. So that's Team Liquid out. BBL south of Hospital now. Heroic have still got that position, remember, and BBL will remember this from before. HOWL and Entropiq. Are they happy to back off and go later? It looks like they are. Yep, Ruin and Schofield both deciding that they don't need this fight right now. They'll go across this bridge instead and move in a different way, which is completely fair enough. Very tricky when the circle is far west or far east. It looks like there's so much ground to come in. But if you think about everyone being in this sort of area, they will naturally come into the circle at this sort of angle. And then before you know it, this arc here, where I'm showing with my mouse now, is where so many teams end up coming. Blessed Mix and Entropiq moving past Free Kill. They've gotten out of the vehicles as well. Free Kill deciding to get the heck out of dodge, and that's 2 hits. That's 3 hits. Make that 4. Lucarux with the Midi 14. Finishing off a Free Kill. The vehicle slides past Janny. Into that rock and no further. As SHEESH look to see, can they get their teammate back up? A lot of pressure being applied now from Janny in Cube. Grandis. That's a beauty. Is that a 3x spray from Nail Up? I want to take a look at that. Well, he's got the 6x on the mini, that's for sure. That's free kill down. Trying to get Grandix as well. Won't make it. Or will he? Dedrick's going in to get the revive. Really nicely played there by Nail Up and Lucarux. Entropiq have got a point on the board. Here comes QB. Mega aggressive. Didn't spot Dedrick's, or rather thought he was busy still getting res. I think it was Grandis resing Dedrick's, or one or the other anyway. Janny coming in with a very heroic effort defending this compound. That's 2 knocks in as many seconds. Nail Up's coming in now. A little bit of last gasp action here from Entropiq. Oh no! Caught with the nade out. 9 damage gets done, but that is not what they wanted. Only Dedrick's left. And where is he? He's across the road. Not the best bit of cover in the world, and he knows he has to get across if he wants to get anything done. He's now stuck by a tree. It's do or die time. He either finishes Entropiq off or doesn't. That's a great start. Headshot onto Nail Up, and he's able to get enough in the bag to get a heal off. It's a 1v1. Lucarux versus Dedrick's. And I have to say, Entropiq started this fight arguably with the upper hand. The fact that it's gotten to this 1v1 point is perhaps surprising for both teams. They both would have wanted that, that's for sure. I think both guys are going to be feeling pretty aggrieved by that. Nail Up will still be feeding information to his teammate. No longer. As Dedrick silences that channel of communication. I think Lucarux just has to go and play his game here. I mean, he can hold the grudge and try and play this 1v1 for the rest of the game, or he can try and practice being in a situation where they have to play for placement points. Just lasting as long as possible. Coasting into this position under the watchful gaze of Spyro, unbeknownst to him. BBL finishes off room for improvement in the meantime. Spyro will spot where that buggy goes. I think he sees it roll and he goes, did someone else roll out of it? Maybe? No, he's just going to let him go. He knows he's there. Mini 14. Only the 3x there for Spyro, and I think he can't guarantee the insta-knock. So I wonder if he's radioing that information to Lou. Elsewhere, we've got NaVi in hospital now. Woxez mix have got crates. Although southern crates are WinOrDie. This is about to get very crowded indeed. Lou herding Lucarux back towards Spyro. I think Lucarux now realizing this might not be as safe as he thought. How is he going to cross the bridge? Oh, no, he's not. He's going under. Dedrick's will have suspected that. He would have heard it, that's for sure, but I don't think he wants to come out of cube just yet. Let's see where the next circle goes. On to Everest we go. Sarvem Esports have got Everest right now. Northern Lights minus a Petulans will be going to the north side of Everest, but where do they go from there? That's the question. Are they going to go up to the spiritual homelands of Petulans and go all the way up? Nah, they're going to be playing the dips here, which is fair enough. They need to be a little mindful of Sarvem, but otherwise it should be good. FaZe crashing Stardust. Oh, there's someone on the balcony. And I think Fex is going, guys, it's just one. We can take this. You'd be right. Gustav Diggory already there. HC as well. Kelty hanging on. The rest of Stardust taking their time to get here. Diggory getting knocked first has certainly helped Stardust a lot. Fex still on the outside. This is where the rest of Stardust need to be able to pick off the members of FaZe that haven't gone in yet. And yes, punishing that slower speed very well indeed. That's exactly what they had to do. Gustav now left inside the apartment. He gets taken out, and that's FaZe Clan eliminated. FaZe Clan deciding to crash here, I think, was a good thing. But then staying outside with 3 of their members for so long that the rest of Stardust were able to get into a position where they could shoot. We now have Smash from BBL. What? You're disgusting. Nail Cop downstairs. Kelty upstairs. And then Metabay Has Smash got the 3? Oh, he hasn't just got the 3. He's got 5. Where did that come from? Smash steamrolled through here, and he is the last man standing in this bit of the circle for sure. HOWL have now been spotted next to Northern Lights. Sarvem are going to have fun shooting at them from up above. Minor setback for Baron Peak, but at least no one can finish that flush. And that's HOWL eliminated. They got SHEESH on one side, Northern Lights on the other, and Sarvem upstairs. Not a good place to be. Heroic have moved from Hospital way to further south. Remember, they were in Hospital before. NaVi have got that well and truly on lockdown now, no pun intended. And they're already thinking about rotating further east as Phase 3 becomes Phase 4. So they're on the western edge of the circle right now. They want to move in past the triple warehouses. They can't do that at the moment without a giant confrontation, because ENCE have got a member in every warehouse. Now, you can argue that if there's someone in all 3 of these warehouses, NaVi might be able, for example, to push up to this one and play 3 or 4v1. But it's a risky strategy. Or tactic, I should say, rather than a strategy. Okay, Phase 4 centering on Everest, taking almost every compound out. We're going to see a lot of teams jockeying for not very much position at all. I'm expecting to see a team or two in these dips here on the southern side. Northern Lights are going to hate the fact that more people are going to come up here. Dedrix is not going to like that more people are going to be attracted to this sort of position, especially because he's a solo now. And does not want to attract too much attention to himself. That's rough. That is rough to say the least. Northern Lights doing their best at... What the hell? This is actually a really good car for it. Look at this. It doesn't get much more protected than that. Can you shoot someone through here? Only... Not really. That's really cool from Lou. Very, very cool. WinOrDie have got this rather large shack, but let's call it what it is, basically a large shack. In circle defending from Woxez mix. Inside containers. They don't actually have to move, look. Southern containers are actually in. So if they move all the vehicles, for example, to here, they can actually survive in here a little bit longer. That's not a problem. ENCE are very split right now. Taking up about 30% of the circle between themselves. It is Phase 4, so it's a bit smaller, but still. Scav gets a knock, holding the 10 o'clock position in Phase 4. Wondering where everyone is, to be honest. Not finding them just yet. Spots a NaVi. NaVi going into Heroic by the looks of things. Heroic will not be happy with the vehicle coming their way. They absolutely would have seen this. But they're choosing to rotate in themselves. It's only T-Bone left on edge here. They're going to the base of Everest. Page and Beamy right here. Sarvem not happy with how close they are. Oh, in fact, you know what? Smash really not happy with how close they are. And remember, this guy's on 5 kills and managed a team wipe earlier. Let's follow that grenade. It's good, just slightly overcooked. Needed to be a bit closer. Corexi moving up on the east side. North side even. Sees Corexi. Gets headshot straight away. Almost gets the second headshot onto Beamy. Corexi is down but not out. Beamy should be able to get the revive out. Smoke on the high ground just to be sure. And Sarvem are going to find their ability to come down onto Heroic here. Rather limited unless they choose to use an awful lot of their utility. You can throw this quite hard down here at Heroic. NaVi have heard this and decided to push up as well, but they don't know that T-Bone's in the back. T-Bone is playing spoiler here. We need T-Bone to get a NaVi knock, I suspect. If NaVi want to push any closer into Heroic. Next circle has popped. North side of Everest it is. Northern Lights are going to be very happy with that. NaVi happy to play edge and move in. And again, T-Bone is not known. We will see these guys as they move in. Uber down to Page. They're moving across each other now. Alia, there's an opportunity for T-Bone now to come in and pick things up. There's Alia. That's what we were talking about. T-Bone gets that final hit and NaVi eliminated at the hands of Heroic. Not knowing that T-Bone was there is the critical bit. I think he's slightly fortunate that ENCE aren't looking his way. They're busy focusing on Dedrix right now. And that gives him an opportunity to slip under the noses of Sarvem and get onto the base of Everest. SHEESH out as well. They are the first team in the top 8 to go out, which means they've got 1 placement point. Ooh! Page and... That's Page and Squeak get together. Getting Global Army knocked, allowing them to move up. This is Heroic on an absolute rampage. They are very much within nading distance now. Baron Peak in trouble. Beautiful grenade. Oh my god, that grenade was disgusting. Follow-up almost gets Baron Peak. He jumps past the rock just in time. That would have been a knock. And Heroic are monstering their way up Everest. Now, they want to claim this for themselves. They don't want anybody else contesting that. They want a nice and easy transition into Phase 6. And winning this fight is their guaranteed ticket towards doing just that. Page here, close range, tip of the spear. Broken level 3 vest, hindering him just a bit. Corrects these slightly further back, as is T-Bone. And Sarvem now gathering their thoughts as well, saying, you know what? We have enough utility that we don't have to sit here and take it. We can push for a counter-offensive as well. Great underarm molly, pretty much on T-Bone, but he gets back just in time. That was close. Beamy also spotted, but this time it's from ENCE. Making life a lot more difficult. Now, Heroic should know that they have to go from the south side of Everest up. And we've also got the Blessed Mix team moving in on the back of Sarvem. I think Sarvem have now overstayed their welcome on the top of Everest. Too many teams are pushing up here now. Too many want a slice of the pie. They want a piece of the action. And you can take these fights, but you have to finish them quick. If you don't finish them quick, the third parties, they hurt, man. Beautiful headshot onto Beamy. Had to transfer over there so quick did Squeak get. That's Heroic eliminated in 6. This is a little bit of a clown fiesta up top here because there are so many teams fighting for it. Blessed Mix are the team furthest on the east. They look like they're doing all right. 4 kills and no one down just yet. Acalyptos will use a med kit and then proceed to move in. ENCE on the west, followed by Sarvem. They're fighting each other, which gives Acalyptos the perfect opportunity to move in. Sarvem out. Where's ENCE? Misa gets Nookie, and it doesn't look like the push-in is fast enough. So no third parties here. Everyone's going to get their revives. It's Blessed, it's ENCE, and it's Northern Lights as our final 3 teams here in game number 2. Scav gets first blood. Oh no, Quality. Needing to find a place to heal. Gets a fantastic counter spray, I have to say. And he did that, by the way, at about 10 HP. That was critical for stopping the advance of ENCE. And look who is coming in. Okay, they're quite a ways away still. But Spyro and Hyruzen are thinking about moving up Everest now with Lou playing the anchor position. If Bless get both of these revives up, that's pretty big. Squeaker thinking about moving in. Nookie will get revived. He knows that Vane's off to his left-hand side as well, and he suspects no one is rezzing him. So that's why Squeaky is so freely rotating this way. Has to be wary of NLT behind him. Blessed down as well. Advantage ends. Never mind. There's the trade. And actually, Scav manages to go down to that spray as well. Acalyptos coming in clutch with the barrel spray. Has to, though. He's the last one alive for Blessed Mix. Limited opportunity now to go ahead and grab these revives. 55 seconds until this zone starts to shrink for phase 7. And look at this. Northern Lights gatekeeping whoever wins this fight into the circle. This is brutal. Absolutely brutal. Acalyptos and Quality together eliminate ENCE in 3rd place. But now, even if they get Blessed back up, and they will, have to deal with a 3-on-3 against one of the most accomplished PUBG teams in Europe, who have got circle position and are waiting for them to come down from Everest. Big story to tell here for Blessed Mix. They're up to 8 kills with 3 alive. They're doing fantastic stuff. But this is a whole nother board game. What board game? Did I say board game? Yeah, we're going to roll with it. It's a whole nother board game. They were playing Catan. This is Ticket to Ride. Where are my board game nerds in chat? I see you. I see you. This is tricky to say the least. A little bit of downtime. 27-minute mark here in game number 2. As they try and rotate around Northern Lights, looking for a way up. I don't think he's going to get up there. Is Quality. Needs to keep rotating around to the east side if he wants any chance at using this to get around NLT. Spyro's just waiting. Acalyptos needs to hurry up, or the circle will catch up with him. Blessed is spotted, moving the UAZ. Are they going to get in a vehicle and rush in? Oh, it looks like they might. This could be problematic. There is a dip. Blessed on 30-something HP. Great nade! Great nade! Almost no time to react there for Blessed. Spyro gets the opening knock. Here comes the exchange of utility. Spyro gets out of the way. Nades aren't bad. It's just not knock-worthy. Quality gets hit. Spyro needs to hit the deck. Acalyptos looking for an opportunity to trade. That's 2 headshots just from Spyro, and now it's a 3v1. This is why these guys are the best. They knew that time was on their side. They were focused on making sure they got into decent positions to take advantage of this. Hyruzen even looking left to check to see if someone's come down, and therefore is in a position to flank. It's only Acalyptos now, though. And Hyruzen is about to spot him. Oh. That's one back. It's a 1v2 to finish the game. Fantastic Molotov. Doesn't hit him just yet. Through the fire, and it's not enough. Lou with a headshot. Means that it is 2 wins from 2 for the CIS region. 9 kills, and Northern Lights will take home the chicken dinner here in game number 2. Very well played to them. In 2nd place, we have the Blessed Mix team. And in 3rd place with 7 kills, it is ENCE. Well played to all of our players.